Hi everybody, welcome back to Daily Endeavours for the 20th of May. I'm Jackson. We've got a 15 steel set. As always, there'll be timestamps in the description if you want to skip through some of this shit and just fuck on one of them, for example. So, pretty easy set. Selling items to merchants, crafting with enchanting, destroying Air Atronachs, a resource of Cyrodiil, and 2 stages in the Infinite Archive. So, if we're up to me, I would do sell to merchants, enchanting, and Air Atronachs. If you don't have anything to make for enchanting, just do stages in the Infinite Archive. I wouldn't do a resource in Cyrodiil, because all of these other options here are base game, easy to do, and just will usually be quicker and more reliable than doing a resource. I will cover it just briefly at the end, and I'll just show like an example of just me doing a resource. I did one the other day. I'm just gonna post that same one here, because honestly, it's beating a dead horse at this point, I feel. But yeah, I'll still include that. But I definitely recommend doing the other ones, because sometimes this one can be shit. Like quite a pain in the ass. Probably one of the better PvP-based ones though, but still not one I would recommend. Alright, so I'll start with items to merchants. This one's... you can do it really easily by... without even selling anything. What you can do is you can find any item that you have more of 15. You can use anything, but it's just slower if you don't have something that's like higher than 15 items. So you just sell it, and that'll complete the endeavor. You go back to buy back, and then you just buy it back. And it doesn't cost you anything to buy it back. Like you don't buy it back at a loss. It's just the same amount of gold. So you're not selling anything, you're not making any money, but you just complete the endeavor. That's it. And yeah, like I said, you can do it with one item, but it's just that you'll have to buy it back one at a time. And there's a maximum amount of items that can be in the buyback tab, so if you sell like 20 things at once, you can't buy all of them back. Just keep that in mind. Next up, we'll have crafting with enchanting. So you're going to need some rune stones if you want to be able to do this. You can make furniture, I suppose, but the amount of stuff you're going to need to make a typical furniture item is going to be way more expensive than just making a glyph. So you're going to need glyphs. So you need 3 things. You need the green runes, the essence runes, the green ones, the potency blue ones, and then the sort of browny circle aspect runes. You're going to need one of each. So what I recommend you do is just go to guild stores and just buy like a stack of each. Not the blue ones, so you can just buy those from the actual enchanting vendors. I'll show you. But yeah, just buy a stack of something essence related. Buy a stack of Jojota. This is the only one I would recommend for aspect, because it's way cheaper than any of the other options. The reason tart is actually more expensive is because it's used for writs, whereas Jojota isn't. So generally, tart is actually far more in demand than Jojota is. So yeah, just go Jojota, because you can use Jojota at level 1. So, and then yeah, just anything that, basically any green essence rune that isn't Hakeijo or Indeko, or Oko for that matter, because Oko is actually quite expensive too. Anything else is not too bad. And yeah, I honestly just buy a stack of each of those and that's it. Now for the blue ones, go to Glamren. The cheapest ones you can get is Jorah and Jode. These are the level 1 things that you can use, and all 3 of these, once you buy them, you can use them all from level 1. So that's what I would suggest. And yeah, you just go to the thing once you've got those. Oops, button. Go to the enchanting table, get your Jode, your Jojota, and then whatever, and you can just put them together. There is no, unlike alchemy, there is no incorrect combination, or every single thing works. It's just they make different glyph types. So yeah, don't worry about that. It's just that you only craft 1 item at a time as opposed to 4 with alchemy for poisons. So it is a little bit more resource intensive per item. Like alchemy stuff is usually more expensive per item though, so. To find your enchanting runes in guild stores, you just go materials, enchanting, and then you can either go all of them to check everything they've got, or you can just go certain types. So as you can see, they've got Jojota for probably too much. I probably wouldn't pay that. Always look at the unit price. Don't look at the total, because the total could be low. Like you look at this one, the total could be low, but the unit price could be really high. So yeah, you always want to be looking at this instead. Because like, you look at these, like 30 gold per item is gross. That's twice as much as you should be paying. So yeah. And yeah, Tamriel Trade Center is the add-on I use to check the prices of everything. I'll link that in the description if you want it. Okay, Air Atronachs. So to find these bad boys, this is the only place I would suggest. There's probably other decent places in DLC areas, but this is the base game one that is just crawling with these things. So Spellscar here. Oh, hang on, sorry. Cat, Cat, please. Please, no. Not right now. Okay. Yeah, I've bloody hit the macro. Okay, so, I mean, nothing. Air Atronachs can find them here. The easiest way to get here would be to use housing tours. Go to Elenir Private Arena here. So, you just go to home tours. Go browse homes. I find that to be more reliable. Go all houses, go to E. And it's Elenir Private Arena right here. So, travel to that house. It'll take you here. And you just travel a little bit northwest. And yeah, this is the place you're looking for. So, this place will be a little bit busy, full of players, but there are lots and lots and lots of Air Atronachs you can use here. So here's one, for example, this guy here. Let's get this group here. These guys are a little bit tough. If you don't have like a single tough character, then what I would do is maybe follow another player around. I guarantee there'll be a lot of players doing the same thing. But yeah, you only need 5, and there's usually, they spawn in groups of 2, and there's just tons and tons of groups of these Air Atronachs everywhere. Yeah, you can see another one over there. Can't see any in the immediate area. Yeah, so there's, yeah, so 2 there as well. And yeah, you just run around, you'll find a bunch very quickly. So I actually think, even with how much of a shit show it's going to be with how many players there are, you will probably find 5 of these, like, before you'll do a single stage in Infinite Archives. So yeah, I suggest you do that one first. I should point out, with the Enchanting one, sorry, I should have said this before, you'll probably see some runestones maybe on your way through doing this. Same thing if you want, I guess if you want to do this one too. Yeah, again, I wouldn't suggest that way. But yeah, look around for runestones. You can see them, they have like an orange tint. I assume most people have seen runestones. Just in case you haven't, let me show you a picture. So this is a runestone. So you can see the orange tint on the ground, like around here, before you can actually see the runestone usually. So yeah, just keep an eye out for those, because they will always have one of the essence, the green runes. Yeah, they'll always have one of the green runes, and then also they'll always have one of these runes. Sometimes they'll have a one that you can't use at level 1, just keep that in mind. And sometimes they'll have a blue one too. And the blue ones always spawn at your level, so they're always useful. Okay, Infinite Archive. So you can travel here from the world map, you just go Apocrypha, and you find it here. Even if you don't own Necrom, you can come here. This is actually a base game thing. So just go to any Wayshrine, you would travel here no matter where you are, no matter what you've unlocked. Outside of, like, even Cyrodiil, you go to the Wayshrine and you can travel there. So, yeah, from anywhere. And you need to do 2 stages. It's pretty quick. It will probably take you about 5 minutes or so. And it's instant, so nobody can, like, stop you from being able to do this quickly, which is a good thing about this one. Okay, so what you need to do is just come through this thing here, the Archival Wings. I wouldn't grab any of the quests just on the basis that you won't be getting very far if you want to do 2 stages. So the way Infinite Archive works is there's a bunch of enemies. So the first wave will be 3 enemies. There'll be a ranged enemy and 2 melee enemies. So what you want to do is find the ranged enemy, and the melee enemies will come to you, and you can just stack them easily in the same spot. Otherwise, if you try and attack the melee enemies first, the ranged enemy will sit in the background. You can't. It's harder to hit them. So the first 2 waves are usually pretty easy. They just have regular enemies that you can kill quite easily on your own. The third wave, though, will have a tougher enemy like this guy. Some of the tougher enemies are worth killing first. Some of them I prefer to kill last. It just depends on the day. Depends on what type of enemy. But for a general consensus, kill them first, because they do some annoying shit. Like this, for example, the Dragonite Den is quite annoying to deal with. Right, so after you beat the first stage, the second stage will usually be easier, because you'll get a verse, and these make you more powerful. This one gives you a 10,000 damage shield every 15 seconds. Oh, sorry, every 20 seconds, yeah. And basically lasts the whole time, so that's pretty good. Sometimes you'll get shit, sometimes you get really good stuff. Like, there's like a there's like one that gives you, it makes you do like 5,000 damage every time you deal damage, basically. And then there's one that increases your fucking Alliance War skill damage by double. And it's like the most fucking useless one. So sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes you get shit stuff. Okay. And that's it. So you don't have to go any further. You can grab the verse and keep going if you want, but that's all you need to do for the actual stages. Alright, so now on to resources. Alright, to take a resource in Cyrodiil, first you need to understand what they are. Resources are the 3 icons that you'll find near keeps, and you need to control the flag in the middle of a resource. Now, as you can see, they're always surrounded by a few guards, and there's also a few guards around that will patrol the area. So usually you'll fight the guards here and a couple of these guys. What you don't want to do immediately is go straight for the flag here, because these guards are quite tough. So what you want to do instead is divide and conquer, because while you're fighting these guys, there's actually a mage guard that's going to be up here pelting you with shit the whole time. So what I prefer to do instead is run into this tower. What this will do is usually pull these 2 in as well. And what I do is line of sight, heal up a little bit here, and then I go straight for this guy and kill them. And that'll usually bring the 2 other guards up here that you can fight. So you can fight half of the enemies up here. Once they're all dead, either jump down there and risk taking a bunch of damage, or you can just come down here instead, and just come down here. Make sure these 2 are dead first, and then you can make your way over to here. Now the healers must die first, because the healers will heal the honor guards, and it'll make killing the honor guards like take fucking way longer, and you do risk like just taking too much damage from these guys from attrition. So yeah, kill the healers first. They are way weaker than the honor guards. They have the same amount of health, but they have way lower resistances than the honor guards do, and they do way less damage too. But they heal like fucking crazy. And then once they're all dead, you sit on the flag. Don't go crouch, because if you go stealth, it interrupts the capturing process and making it cost more time, which is not great, because once you start to take a resource, it'll show up on the map as under attack, like this for example, and it'll tell players that they need to be investigated. Now, what I would suggest, if you do want to do this one, pick a resource that is preferably next to one of your keeps, because what that'll do is 2 things. It'll make it quicker for you, because you can travel straight to the keep, and travel straight to the resource because it's right next to it. It only takes like maybe 30 seconds or 20 seconds to get there. Whereas if you do it at an enemy keep, not only is the enemy able to travel to it quicker, but the... Oh my god, my cat's about to attack me. Okay, there we go. Crisis averted. Okay, so... and then it's also going to take you longer, because you have to travel all the way there, and if you die and you want to do another one, you're also going to have to travel again somewhere else. So... The consequences for failing it is worse, and the odds of a player going there, especially, that's the main thing, is much higher. So if you can, always go for a resource that's next to one of your keeps. So not always possible, and that's the main issue I have with this one. Sometimes it's just unreliable as hell, so I'll do any other one before this. So for the last few minutes, I'll just show you just an example of me clearing one of these things. I won't have any commentary, I'll just show you how it would work. Just so you can see firsthand what you should do, just if people want to see that. Alright, so I will play that video now. That's all the endeavors done though, so if you have any questions, as always, you just let me know. But yeah, I'll let the video play out. I won't speak over it. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I will see you next time, and take care.